Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're well. Today, I want to talk about the image of a person, and the burdens we bear. When you're meeting someone for the first time, you're meeting a totally different character. The fact that you're meeting a new person without knowing any story about them does not mean there is no story about them. Everybody has a story behind them. So, when you're meeting a person, I want to compare that person with this bottle that I carry. Anytime you're meeting a new person for the first time, somebody is getting into your life, a friend is getting into your life. It's like you're buying this bottle. You can see how smooth this bottle is. All the folds and the dentitions that you're seeing here are a pattern. This is a pattern that is used to make this bottle beautiful. That's what it's supposed to be, without which it's not this particular bottle. There are things about us that make us. Those are the things that make us. We have introverts, we have extroverts, and sometimes we even go further and say we've got stable introverts and stable extroverts, probably unstable on both sides. But that is what makes them. That is why they are the people, they are who they are. That is what makes them. So when you're coming into their lives, you're not coming to uproot or extract a particular character from them. There is something you can do with that particular character. It's the difference that we have with each other that is making us who we are. And that is why we call this world a better place, because of the diversity. So when you're meeting a person for the first time, it's like this image. You're meeting a very smooth thing, which is well patterned. And it is up to you to protect that particular bottle. That is why when we put water inside, water which is in a stable and normal temperature, that is room temperature, that particular temperature cannot destroy this bottle. When you shake the water in a bottle, something else happens. You heat the water in the bottle, something else happens. Now look, when you're meeting somebody for the first time, and the person looks like this bottle, you can decide to wipe the bottle, hold it with care, just respect it the way it is, and respect all the patterns in this bottle, because that is what this bottle is supposed to be. And that is what makes this bottle different from another bottle. Now look, when you come into somebody's life and you protect them, their image, the beauty of that particular person remains for a very long time. But when you come into somebody's life and you do this, let me just remove this. The first time the first thing you've done, you've taken away something from them, and probably they are no longer the bottle that were made in the factory. It's a different thing because this one doesn't have a lid. So step two, when you're destroying somebody's image, this is what you're doing. You come, destroy their names, say everything you want about them, physically, hurt them physically, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, wherever. This is what you're doing to that person. And sometimes, I'm sorry I can't fold this, but sometimes you even break the top in such a way that you return the lid, you cannot close it. So I want you to look at this. This is what you've made somebody to become. This is what you've made somebody to become. So at some point you realize you've hurt them so much. You've hurt them so much. And sometimes we are even lucky enough to know the truth about them and realize Really, I lied against these people. Really, I hurt them. And in your mind, you feel like taking back to them what you destroyed. Then now you want to blow this bottle and just try to take it back to what it was supposed to be. Let me see if I can shake it again. And not possible. Certain places, let me see if I can do this. Now, I want you to know that the moment you fixed your finger inside this bottle, I don't even trust the cleanliness of your finger. So when you put your finger here, it means there is something you are introducing into this bottle. You're trying to do this. Trust you me, even if you try to straighten it up, there are places that can never be straight. I'm trying my best to make this thing just go back to what it was. Now, why am I doing that? I want you to ask yourself, look at the energy that you're using to try to make this bottle become what it was supposed to be. Then at some point, you'll even go and try to pour some water here. Trust you me, water will only occupy, the spaces it finds in this bottle. And sometimes it won't have the energy to push this particular point. So this is how ugly your bottle be. And dear friends, this is how ugly you make somebody to become. You introduce so many scars in these people that it becomes very difficult for you to just get them back to what they were supposed to be. So I just want to ask you that as you relate to your friends, as you relate to your relatives, as you relate to these people that come into your life, remember the distraction that you do in that particular image may not be restored. You may not erase that. These people could be walking with those scars. This could be walking, with those heartaches. They're walking with the heartaches. They're walking with the scars. They're walking with all sorts of distractions that you made in them. And I want to ask you, how do you feel when you've broken somebody's leg and you see them walking, limping? It's not a nice thing. If you're a normal person, then you'll definitely realize that it's not a nice thing. So before you talk about anything that doesn't have any proper basis, before you do something very bad to someone, remember the kind of destruction you're doing to that particular image. At some point, the reality will dawn on you that you are probably wrong. And I don't know how you'll feel when you realize you're wrong, and probably these people know that you are so wrong about them. How do you relate to them? So in your everyday life, just remember the mystery of the bottle. Don't squeeze somebody so much until they're hurt. It's not a nice thing. Take care.